Hello, and welcome to What the Bleep Are You Watching? A podcast where we watch something and tell you why the bleep we watched it. I am Sean the Tank Engine, this is Tara Thomas, and Mason and the Dragon. And we watched... Thomas and Friends, specifically the episodes Thomas, Percy and the Dragon, and Halloween.
Yeah, we just shoved two together because these episodes are like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Chugga, 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 boo, boo.
I'll allow it.
Thomas is like, I won't.
Really playing into the kiddie Halloween. We're very much going through a lot of the very kiddie, spooky stuff, but...
Mm-hmm. And then randomly the Twilight Zone.
But also, our brand is very much, we love Thomas the Tank Engine, so...
Mm-hmm.
We
very,
have,
very much so.
Let's see, 4 things on YouTube of Thomas the Tank Engine?
Yep.
Plus the episode where we did Magic Railroad, which also is on the YouTube channel.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. 2 of our most popular things on YouTube are Thomas the Tank Engine.
That's, yep.
So yeah, we like Thomas.
We do.
And these episodes are fun. I had never seen Halloween. I obviously had seen Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon, so...
I'm in the same boat. I don't think I've ever seen the
Beyond
Halloween.
about season 5, it's very limited what I saw.
Mm.
The first 3 seasons, I've seen basically everything. Everything after 3, it's a little less and less, and after 5, it's quite a bit less.
Interesting.
That's just kind of where I aged out of a lot of watching Thomas, they weren't releasing them on VHS.
Mm.
It was on some newfangled DVD.
So some new damn system.
Meanwhile, I think I aged out like right when they stopped using the models. I started using CG.
I did watch one of the CGI seasons because that was when my daughter was real little, and it was one of them that was on Netflix, and we watched a whole bunch of them. So I have seen CGI Thomases, and I've watched several of the movies as well. So but. This was fun. This was fun to watch these Thomases because one of them I had not seen.
Mm-hmm. I hadn't seen the Halloween one. I had seen Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon, and I thought, even though it's not really explicitly a Halloween themed episode,
it's one of the best ambiances of environments of any of them. It just feels like the way they set up the look, the way they set up the fog, and again they pull it again in Halloween with a lot of the same sort of stuff.
It fits the bill.
It fits so much. It's fun, and again is it going to be spooky to an adult? No. But if you're
none of these are. But
young, if you're in the Thomas range, you're gonna love, and you'll be like, ooh, that was really scary.
Absolutely.
I feel scared. Look at that, and I'm like, yep, I would have been scared of Halloween when I was a kid.
Yep.
But we definitely, both of these are still in the model era, even if Halloween is a little more... they're starting to do a little more stuff with the different filmmaking.
Season 8 is the hit era.
Mm-hmm.
Season 8 is the end of the classic era and the start of the hit era, which was when they started trying to make Thomas much even younger audiences.
Mm-hmm.
So
that would have been probably the years that I started with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Obviously, I prefer the just straight model eras. All the model work is my favorite, but I also am not someone who is like, oh, Thomas CGI is bad.
Mm-hmm.
It has its purpose. It has its thing, even if it doesn't always hit for me.
Agreed.
I get that.
Yeah.
I get that.
I am typically model ride or die for Thomas, but I like the CGI stuff fine.
I think there have been several of the movies that I've watched that are CGI that are just fine and enjoyable. So even if they're kind of
right,
but they're fine. It's fine. It's Thomas the Tank Engine. I like trains.
You don't say.
I do say.
Yeah.
All right. Let's jump into some. Let's jump into some Thomas.
Woohoo!
Thomas, Percy, and the Dragon is our first episode. And Thomas and Percy. It opens with Thomas and Percy are friends, but Percy teases
But
Thomas.
Percy's a fucking asshole.
He's such a little pissant.
Oh, and it continues. It said, one night, Thomas and Percy were in the shed, and Thomas was sleeping, but Percy was not. And Percy's like, hey, Thomas. Remember that time you were a little scaredy cat? Remember that time? You were a scaredy cat.
Shut up!
I was going to say, you got to think Thomas is like, oh my God, shut the fuck up. It's 3 a.m.
James, you want to trade places?
That's like if your 4-year-old brother is harassing you about being a scaredy cat, and you still sleep with a nightlight.
Well, if Percy teases him, I wonder if if this Asian girl will have to keep the light on. Thomas is like, Percy, I like the dark.
I'm fine with the dark. I do things in the dark.
You sure about that? You sure about that?
You were scared.
Scaredy cat.
It's very, very funny. Classic Thomas is. It's always funny. And I think the asshole nature of some of these engines is played up even better by Carlin. I think more than anyone.
For sure.
George Carlin plays it up really, really well. The next morning, Sir Topham Hatt sends Thomas on a very important mission to the harbor. And he's like, what, where am I going to do? And he goes, you'll see when you get there.
It's a secret. It's drugs. No, I'm kidding.
Ooh. Thomas and the cartel.
Places the card on there. There's a beeping on. It starts beeping. What the hell?
Oh, God.
Meanwhile, while Thomas is on special secret super mission, Percy is moving freight cars.
He shunts them, but gets stuck in a siding because I think the tracks were...
The switches are jammed.
Yeah, the switches
and
were
this is Limo. The switches are jammed. Percy, you're gonna have to stay here for the night. And
his driver's just like, fuck you, I'm going home.
He's like, well, why aren't you gonna stay with me? I have to go to tea.
It's tea time, don't you know?
He's also probably like, I ain't sleeping in the train all night, dude. My fucking back hurts.
Yeah.
But what if I get scared?
What do I do?
What if
He just puts a stuffed rabbit on his bumper.
And guess
Puts a
what?
little nightcap over his funnel.
I know this is going to be crazy, but Percy gets scared.
What?
It's dark at night. There's fog and an owl, and boy, that owl!
That owl looks
cracked the fuck out.
That owl has seen something.
That owl's cracked out.
He got all the cocaine I was talking about
Like,
earlier.
oh, it's just now. Okay. Whew. Good thing there's nothing that's going to actually scare me tonight.
Then
Meanwhile, over at the harbor.
Yeah, Thomas gets a dragon dropped onto. It's a fake dragon made of paper mache for the
Carnival, I think?
Yeah, carnival festival, something
some
like
carnival
that,
thing.
with and I'm quoting the subtitles directly here, Asian tinted music, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ!
It literally does.
Couldn't you just say the instrument or whatever?
Literally
No,
does
Asian
the does it twice.
It's fucking Asian tinted music, and I lost my shit. I'm gonna be honest, because I'm like, you couldn't just give the instrument, come on, dude,
Or just music.
just music,
Oriental.
They could have
Oriental's not a great thing.
no,
to say,
Oriental's not good either. But
Yeah.
I'm still like,
even Asian music would have been fine. It's Asian tinted.
Oh, yeah,
It's
we know it's not full Asian. It's just
it's
Just a tinge.
it's the equivalent of American Chinese food. It's not, but we classify it as that.
That's fair. Then this little bit of this part of the episode is my favorite. Thomas pushing the dragon, because the model work is awesome. The fog work, looks so cool as the
Yeah,
dragon.
it's one of those things where I kind of wish I could have this on a loop as a screensaver. or
Yeah,
something.
because you have the car in front, the lit up dragon, and then Thomas, and so pushing it through the fog, and you don't see Thomas as much.
And the way that the environment is really dark, and the way that the dragon is lit, I brought it up while we were watching. If I was just there in those walking around those tracks and I saw that dragon, I'd shit myself. I would shit myself.
Speaking of shitting yourself, Percy does see that dragon.
Yep. I mean, he can't use the bathroom because he's a train, but I'm sure he's mentally shitting.
Dropping coal.
Percy obviously freaks the fuck out.
He wakes up and sees the dragon. He goes, "Nope, not real, not real, not real, not real. I'm not opening my eyes up till it's daylight."
Yep.
Dragon is not real. It can't hurt me.
He goes back to Knapford, I believe, where Gordon's there, who is classic Gordon. Doesn't have time for anyone's shit.
He's like, Gordon, look at the thing. Gordon, I saw the Gordon, you're not listening to me, Gordon.
Percy, I've heard enough of your shit. I'm done.
Part of the thing is like I really want there to be like a humanized Thomas and Friends, because I can imagine Percy like coming up to Gordon freaking out, doing all these motions, and Gordon just reading the paper and like slowly closes the door on him.
Gordon, I saw a big dragon, big old scary dragon. Gordon, stop shutting the door on me, please.
Basically, he's like, have you been out in the sun too long? Is your dome cracked?
Did you get into the cocaine that owl was snorting earlier?
Do you have a concussion? Did you fall down the stairs?
How many...
But I'm a train, yeah? I whammed through a wall. Shit happens, brother.
Were you dropped as a baby?
How many wheels am I holding up?
Gordon, you're not holding up any wheels. Exactly, I don't care. Get out of my way.
He makes that. Percy continues to try to get anyone to believe him, and everyone's like, ha ha, dragons.
It cracks me up because Percy's like, he just says like, you know what? It's real. They're right. The dragon's not real. I just saw things. And under him, Thomas is still pushing goddamn dragon.
Pushing the
Why
dragon.
is Thomas pushing it all around? Like, it's like...
My headcanon.
Take it to the carnival and back, and then
my headcanon is he took it somewhere. He ended up at the wrong. They ended up having to move the carnival, so he had to go somewhere else.
That's kind of what I imagine as well.
It's a carnival that moves around.
Yeah.
So
either that, or he's just driving there. He gets there, and they're like, "Hey, Thomas, this is the wrong place. You got to get it there ASAP." Oh, god damn it!
But Percy's like, maybe they're right. Maybe I am just imagining dragons.
I feel it in my bones enough to make us.
He said it in the episode, and I almost made that joke, and I was like, nope, I'm saving it for this.
Thomas ends up at the station alongside Percy and freaks him out with the dragon again.
Turns out it's not an imagined dragon. It is, in fact, a real, but paper, dragon. And Percy's like, ah! Thomas is like, are you scared, Percy?
That's okay.
No.
That's okay. We all have to be scared sometimes, and admitting we're scared is the bravest thing of all. And the back of his head, he's thinking, God, I'm trying so hard to be nice, dude.
Percy, do you need the light on tonight?
Yeah. See, that's what I was like, if this was like a season 1 or 2 Thomas, he'd be like, ha ha, got your ass.
Pussy.
He would, and then the next part would be, and Thomas fell in a well.
And then Thomas got derailed.
Because season 1, every time Thomas is always on his shit, and then the next episode something happens.
Oh god.
It's not winter time, but Thomas runs into a pile of leaves, and Terrence has to get him out of that.
It's a fun episode. It has a cute message at the end. It's a fun episode. The atmosphere is very spooky. Is this really a Halloween episode? Nah, but I enjoyed it.
I think it fits.
I think it qualifies. I think it qualifies. When I look up Thomas and Friends Halloween episodes, it's on the list, so I'm saying it qualifies.
Fair enough, and the internet wouldn't lie.
Never lies.
I had it on DVD in a compilation of like spookier Thomas episodes, so
the spooky Thomas and Friends,
pretty much. And it came with a toy of the dragon.
Oh, I wanted that when I was a kid. I like the dragon toy.
I love to imagine that this episode where it's just this dragon is right alongside the episode where an engine literally fucking dies on screen.
Good lord.
Yep. So
we didn't watch that episode.
What we did watch for this spooky Halloween season was the episode titled Halloween.
Whoa! Literally just called Halloween. This is a season 8 episode.
And we watched the British version as well.
Yeah, by Michael Angelis is the narrator. Mm-hmm. In the U.S., it's Michael Brandon. Personally, I prefer the U.S. narration in this episode a little more.
I agree.
But I do prefer the ending of the U.K. one, so we watched the U.K. one.
Yeah, we watched the U.K. one.
I wasn't really a fan of this guy's voice, to be honest. But
he's fine. He's good most of the time, but I don't think he sells the spookiness as well as a lot of the other ones.
And like I said,
a lot of also the spookiness of Thomas, Percy and the Dragon is Carlin does a great job selling it. Mm-hmm. in this one we listened to a little bit. Thomas showed a little bit, and the guy who does the English one does sell the spookiness a little better than Angelus does in the British version.
Agreed.
He's very good, and he did a lot of Thomases. He was the voice of Thomas.
He was the narrator from like season 5 on in the UK, I think. So like he has a good voice for Thomas. I just don't know if it's a good voice for this episode, kind of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of where we fell on this one. Halloween starts with being told that engines love kids in costumes.
We get a bit of like Thomas rolling by like a bunch of kids in Halloween costumes. They look straight out of Halloween Town from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah,
a little bit.
They have that same exact look of it. I was like Nightmare Before Christmas type thing.
I was like, I swear some of those kids are just lock, shock, and barrel. Like they look.
I was surprised how much I liked the the kids. I was like, dang, the model work on those, like the model kids are really cool looking.
I kind of wish they did more with them.
Yeah. But it says the engines love spookiness. They like to tell their kids. They like to tell spooky stories. Think of campfire stories. They like to scare each other. They like to mess with each other, and so of course they're going to like Halloween because it's a chance to do the spooks.
Because the engines are dicks to each other.
It's fun to be spooky.
They prefer the tricks over the treats.
Very much, actually, very much.
So Sir Top Mac comes up to Thomas and
they knock on the door and say, "Trick or trick."
But they're trains. Yeah, I know. Rams through the wall.
Good lord.
It's like when Percy drives through that factory.
I was going to say when Duck drives into the barber shop.
That too.
Anyways.
Or when Thomas said that. God damn.
Especially in some of the later seasons as they were finishing up the models, they loved setting stuff up and just crashing things.
Remember when Gordon ran through the wall of an entire fucking train station?
Yeah.
I said it earlier, but like, remember that? Goddamn. Another reason I picked this episode, it's an Emily-focused one. It stars Thomas and Emily.
You really like Emily.
Emily, I like Emily.
Yeah. Emily, when we did our tiers, was she your favorite female engine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just is. So.
Yeah. She's up there. I also like Mavis. Mavis is the other one.
Mavis is tied with. I really like Mavis.
The other one that I really, really like. But yeah, Emily's great. And this is Thomas and Emily have kind of that great dynamic together. And any episode that put them together, I think, works really well.
Mm-hmm. And another reason why I picked this one over a lot of other Halloween Thomas episodes.
And the Fat Controller, Topham Hatt, sends Thomas and Emily on a very important mission. Funny how a lot of these episodes kind of just start
to get some metal.
Yeah, they have to go. They have to go to the smelting yard to get some metal, some iron, I believe.
Yeah,
this is the one thing that I did like about this narrator. I did really like his voice for the Fat Controller. He really leans into the fat part of his name.
Yeah. He
round like that. It's very funny.
Also, later on, we get some great Fat Controller in his jammies.
Yeah.
In his jams.
Thomas and Emily are all gung-ho to do it, but Percy's like, but there could be ghosts there. Ghosts don't exist. We already did this shit.
Ghosts don't exist, Percy, just like dragons don't exist.
You're still on that shit?
Are you still asking me if I need the light?
And Emily's like, oh my god. You guys
I know what I saw, man.
You guys need some fucking counseling.
I ain't gonna give it to you.
No, I'm too busy.
The Fat Controller's like, all right, all the engines, you're going to counseling this week.
Emily's like, what the fuck? I just got here.
We brought in a new engine to give you counseling.
It's lady. What the shit? Why is God counseling us? They're talking about don't ask stupid questions.
Train God. So, we get to the scrapyard, leading into the smelting pit, because that's where the scrap and all that. And this is some of the best environment Thomas has done. Again, Thomas with the model work with the fog and mist stuff is always great. It looks good rolling over the tracks while the engines go through. And while there is some slightly different filmmaking going on as well with the model work in these ones now, which I don't think look as great as just straight up models, but it still looks good when you're going through the mist and the fog. Mm-hmm. And the whole environment is great. And they get in there and they're like, ooh, this is actually kind of spooky.
Yeah, they go into the smelting shed, which...
They haven't gotten to the smelting shed yet.
Oh, they haven't gotten there yet. Okay. Oh, yeah, that's right.
They're like, ooh, it's scary. What if there is a ghost? And... Ghost?
Yep, Ari and Bert, who straight up I always forget about.
They're just troublemakers.
Yeah.
Look, there's so many just random troublemakers in Thomas.
And they're always diesels. What's up with that?
Well, diesels are... Well, not all of them. Mavis is a good diesel.
Yeah. But a
Ah,
lot
fair
of the troublemakers deal, but also they're troublemakers.
Well, not all the diesels are troublemakers, but most of the troublemakers are diesels. It's just an observation.
We got to get the steamies, they say.
Good lord.
Yeah, I like to imagine Thomas stops like, did I just hear a slur for us? What the fuck?
We gotta...
And so
I gotta go to Sir Tom Matt. I think he's HR. Do we have an HR? Emily, do we have an HR? I don't know. All right.
that's the thin controller. There's the fat and the thin controller.
Yeah, but he runs the Skarloey Railway. He's too busy.
That's true.
It's his wife.
I like that Ari and Bert when it says and Ari and Bert were lurking. And I was like,
and they're just in the back.
they're just sitting in the background. Hey, what you guys doing?
Somehow they're hiding.
Yep, they're hiding perfectly, and then they scare both Emily and Thomas by pushing an engine.
By shunting, shunting a
truck,
freight
right.
bed and making ooh sounds.
Yeah, I think
guess.
so. And like, that sounds like Ari and Bert, but we're scared. So
I'm not going back to double check. Are you? Nah.
forward, quickly.
Yep.
Let's go inside the building and be trapped by the ghost.
Yeah, where we do get to the smelter's yard, it looks like hell.
This is
It
a
does.
horrible. They need to get OSHA in on this. This is
Anytime
a
they go to the smelting stuff, any of the
horrible
smelting-
workplace
Well, because
environment.
the smelter's yard is hell for
Yeah.
these engines. It's literally where
their
they go
end.
to
If
burn
you
and
end up- yeah.
die.
What did Thomas and Emily do to deserve going there?
Well, they got to go get the parts from the dead ones,
Jesus.
the ones that have been melted down.
Yeah, you know the beginning of Wall-E where he's like stripping his dead partners for parts?
Oh God.
That's Thomas and friends. That's their life.
Yeah,
Good
they're
Lord.
getting the parts of the broken engines,
And
that
they're
have
just
been
fine
melted.
with it.
Yeah,
Cannibals.
all life comes to an end, Mason.
Jesus.
Mason has to face his own mortality today. Life is meaningless.
Suddenly my hair is turning gray and falling out. Anyways.
Oh, he chose poorly. While they're in there, Emily's getting scared and knocks a white tarp down.
Yeah, basically, just something happens, some sparks kick on, knocks the tarp down on top of Emily, and Emily's instantly like, ah, shit, ah, fuck, and just starts booking it.
But she's covered, and she's like, the ghost got me. And Thomas sees her coming with a white tarp. He's like, the fuck, that ghost ain't gonna get me.
I'd like to imagine that Thomas just bails on Emily.
It is.
Like, he doesn't know it. He doesn't know the ghost is Emily. He's just bailing on her, like, fuck you, bitch.
That's either a ghost or that's the guy that called me steamy earlier, and I don't want to find out.
He's just booking it backwards. And he gets out there. He's like, the ghost. And Ari and Bert are like, what? No, we were the... Oh, that's a ghost. We're out of
Oh
here.
God, no.
Yep. And
Which leads to just a funny image of the two diesels going backwards, Thomas going backwards, and Emily with a tarp going forwards.
yeah, Emily freaking the fuck out.
And they're all just speeding backwards. Back at the
Back at Tidmouth.
the engines are all asleep until they hear the horror screams. They're like, what? What?
That sounded like someone screaming from
That's
a ghost.
Thomas.
Ah!
Okay, you gotta imagine Gordon specifically like, oh my god, what the shit are you
Not
doing?
this again.
Why am I stuck with these children?
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Sure enough, they're all freaking out like,
Jeremy
oh my...
Irons would be a good Gordon.
Did we bring that up?
We might have.
I thought we brought it up in a group chat.
We might have, but Jeremy Irons would be a good Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would be.
He would be
Yeah.
a really good Gordon.
I think he would be a good Gordon.
Anyway,
And sorry to
If
derail
we
the
talk
conversation.
about our Thomas fan casting, we'll be here for 3 days.
for 3 days because it's just we've been talking about it for 3 years. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah. Emily runs under the switch station, the tarp gets caught and it flies off, and Percy's like, hey.
That's not a ghost. It's a lady. Oh shit! It's a lady.
It's God!
How did how did we not lose track of her earlier? Oh, we were too busy being scared.
And then we get the image of the Fat Controller showing up in his jammies.
He's in his jams.
Always a funny visual.
Always good. Always good. I always loved Sir Topham Hatt as a kid. Like there was just something about a lot of him, and it just he's in his jammies. Mm-hmm. You know.
I like that he puts on the coat.
Yeah.
Like, you notice that he's in his jams, but he puts on the coat.
He's like, I
Not
need
the
to be
hat.
semi-
He puts
Just
on the
the
coat.
coat.
I need to make sure that these trains know that I am somewhat professional and I run a professional
I want them to realize that they have caused confusion and delay in my sleep schedule.
I was having a great dream.
And you weren't there, and you weren't there because you were
useful
doing your
engines.
jobs.
There were useful engines. And he punishes Ari and Bert to go back and get the iron.
Go back to the graveyard.
Yeah, because they revealed they were the ones who were pulling the trick, so he's like, all right, go.
Then Thomas and Emily go and pick it up, and they're like, yep, no such things as ghosts.
God, that's a ghost.
Which is why I watched the UK version. In the UK version, there's a little cartoon ghost that pops out.
He doesn't show up in the American version?
No, he's censored in the American version.
Very
I
funny.
don't know why.
Huh. That's interesting.
This episode's goofy. It even has less lessons than like the first one.
I was going to say there's no lesson. It's just
I
kind
know a lot of
don't
during
be an
this
asshole.
A lot of in this era, they kind of started to skimp on the lessons and just kind of did.
It's weird. They
note.
either skimped on the lessons or they really hammered down and forced them.
Yeah. So this is fun. It was a goofy little Halloween episode. I liked it. I think I like the classic the Thomas Percy and the Dragon a little bit more, but I enjoyed Halloween quite a bit.
Yeah,
for sure.
I mean, I figured you would.
Yeah. Well, one of them is like
just
full scale classic Thomas. The other one is like, still classic, but not as classic.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they were
If
fun.
it's
That's
not
a
from
little
the
Halloween
90s,
episode.
I don't like it.
There are a lot of these sort of episodes that Thomas, for a while, they consistently did kind of because it was fun to do the model work for the spookier environment.
Mm-hmm.
There are a lot of different random episodes where they have spooky, quote unquote, spookier moments.
Yeah.
For sure.
But yeah, what do we take away from this, guys?
I guess I'll go ahead and start. We've talked about it before. I think we've talked about it before in this episode, and I think we've talked about it when we talk about Thomas, is nailing the ambiance. Like I feel like we've watched before an episode where that's like set in the dark. That's very foggy.
Yeah. We did a couple when we did our tier list of the first
Couple seasons.
Yeah, the
first 20 episodes.
Yeah, the first 20 episodes.
20,
we watched.
yeah.
There's a few of them that were very close to this kind of style
Yeah,
and
and
environment.
they always nail that style.
Mm-hmm.
I think when it gets adding the fog in a way. I feel like the fog is even heavier in these episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Than in what we've seen before.
Mhm.
They
It's
just
a rolling fog.
they pile in that fog for sure, and it makes a world of difference. Again, and it takes something that otherwise would be pretty silly, like with the dragon especially, and makes it a little bit scarier. Like if I saw, like they do show the dragon in the daylight, like at the very end, but like before that, it's all at night and it's all glowy and it adds,
and it's got its Asian music.
Yes.
Every time it appears.
yeah. So it sorry, I didn't know where to go with that.
No, you're fine.
It adds an ambiance that wouldn't be there otherwise.
Yeah. It definitely. It's one of those where, you nail down the environment, you nail down the atmosphere. We did mention it when we watched Wishbone. Like,
Yes.
Especially when you're doing real sets. And again, Thomas is a set. It's an environment. You have to sell some of the with lighting, with the way you utilize stuff, and it said they utilize the fog, but also the lighting is really important in a lot of this. The way they make sure how it looks, the way you get your dark and light versus things that sets up what makes it a little spookier.
Mm-hmm.
So I like it.
Absolutely.
I mean, I can't just be like, I like Thomas.
Look, these aren't very long episodes. Both of these, they're like 12 minutes long each.
Yeah, it's not exactly anything deep.
Mm-hmm.
So I will just be the shill. Models. Just using the models is good. Again, we talked about it. The CGI stuff isn't bad, but I think there's just something to the model era that just is, to me, it's untouched.
For sure.
Again, the CGI stuff is not bad at all. And if you grew up with that and you will prefer that, that's fine.
Yeah.
But in my opinion, just the model stuff, and I hate to be like a fucking snob or a purist, but like the model stuff, in my opinion, is just untouched.
I think there's two things with the models and to CGI as well, is that while Thomas is meant for a younger audience, the CGI seems to skew it to an even younger audience.
Yes.
Yes. It's like it really moves it to its baby. And the model work of the old Thomas does allow for a slightly older audience to get into it.
if CGI Thomas, and I'll even say the hit era, is meant for like 3 to 5, I'd say old Thomas is like 6 to 8. Maybe.
Yeah. It has a little bit longer legs, I think. That you don't necessarily be like that's for babies until like a certain age.
He's for babies.
Yeah, unlike the other one where it definitely can fade in a lot of kids.
And like I say this with absolutely no shade towards like CG artists. Like if like with the bigger budget things, you can absolutely see a lot of effort being put in CG animated things. But when it's down on a level like this, model work is always going to look more impressive. You're always going to notice the effort put into that than you would in the CGI.
Because I also think, simply on this CGI vehicles with faces don't always look great.
Not really.
And that's not just a shot at cars.
I wasn't even thinking that. Damn.
But no. But there is something where actually the models with faces look better. I feel like.
You want to know the worst? I'm gonna pull for Mason here. You want to know the worst CGI vehicle thing? It's JJ the jet plane.
Yeah.
Like that's that's the worst. Like CGI. Vehicles. CGI face on the vehicles. It's that.
I have not thought of JJ the jet plane in a long ass time.
And I think because the face plates with the models sell the emotion a lot more than trying to like do lots of emotion on the face. And I think sometimes the CGI, you're like, yes, I can show more of emotion now with a CGI face and a CGI model. I can do a lot, but I think it actually is a little bit more negative. That I think that the models actually sell it because it's a little more simple. It's like it's exaggerated, I guess, is in there, and I think it actually kind of sells it a little better. Again, none of us are going to say the CGI's it's something awful. It's just that all of us are on the model purists.
When it comes to this, I think we're more.
I think my thing is that like simply anything can find a way to be spooky. You can find a way to sell spookiness in anything if you do it right. That even something as simple as Thomas and Friends can sell spookiness in a good way if you are willing to. If you're willing to commit to the lighting, to the effects, to the way you do it. If you're willing to commit to it, you can sell it.
Absolutely.
Thomas Percy the Dragon is not it's not going to be listed in the pantheon of horror things, but they commit to the spookier atmosphere, the spookierness to it, and it works up there. Spookierness. What's wrong with it? I'll just roll with it.
It commits to the scary.
To the spookinessly.
The spookinicity. On the spook meter, it is, not as high, but it's definitely...
It's there.
It's there, and I think you can make something spooky out of anything. I know Mason mentioned it in our Halloween things we like to watch Halloween, but he had Boy Meets World an episode listed on there, and Boy Meets World is not something spooky, but when you commit to something, you can make something work in it, and both of these episodes commit to that bit, and that actually enhances it no matter what.
Absolutely.
No matter what, something can, be something that is not inherently spooky can be made spooky if you do it right.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not expecting, I doubt we're ever going to do the Halloween Bubble Guppies episode or something like that. There's a lot of things that, they do Halloween episodes, but that's not going to be anything there, because I don't think any of us got the Bubble Guppies autism, so that's good.
No.
But,
are you telling me we're not going to get to my suggestion of the Halloween episode of Daniel Tiger's Neighborhood? Are we not doing that?
$15, Mason. Someone give us $15.
You could have just told me that. I don't even know if there is a Halloween.
You don't even like Daniel Tiger.
But yeah, I think these are fun little episodes. And while definitely we have dropped down to probably the lowest level of the spook.
Yeah.
It's still fun to talk about. And I think they are fitting in this this Halloween month that we are celebrating here.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you guys think? Are you going, Thomas, what the hell? Or are you like, ooh, Thomas. Nice
what the
call.
hell?
What the hell? Yeah. Let us know. Give us a comment. Or drop us an email. bleepyouplaying@gmail.com. That's bleepyouplaying@gmail.com. Or if you would like to support us over on our Patreon, patreon.com/whatthebleep. You can support us at just $3 a month. And every penny penny counts, and we use a lot of that to fund some of our the commissioned art that we get for different things, and for whether that's our stickers, our main plate, our what'll be banners, or anything else that we get. Or if you'd really like us to watch something or play something and record an episode, or maybe you want us to read a book, you can be a super bleep head and tell us to do something to record an episode about it, and we'll do that. $15 a month over on patreon.com/whatthebleep. We'll continue on with more of this Halloween month and these spooky episodes, culminating in our spooky stream on Halloween night over on Twitch. So be ready for that. Tune in, join in. We're excited for it.
Woohoo!
Yeah, we'll be back with some more spookiness next time.